Hi Divine Rebels, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings here, and today we are going to do a reading that is messages from Mama Earth. Yes, so the options that we have here, we have 4 of them. Number 1, we have Mahogany Obsidian. It's like a slice, it grows in like this little plate kind of energy. Number 2, we have Peridot in the Matrix. Yes, untumbled. Number 3, we have a tumbled tiger's eye, which is very beautiful. Number 4, we have this tree bark crystal that I forget the name of, but it looks like little sugared tree bark, but it is an actual crystal. So those are the options. 1 is Mahogany Obsidian, 2 is the Peridot Matrix, 3 is the Tumbled Tiger's Eye, and 4 is the Tree Bark Crystal. So go ahead and choose which one resonates with you. I am going to get straight into it with this one. Links are in the description box. The decks that I've used, if you're interested in that, will be linked down below as well. How to book a personal reading and timestamps will all be down below. Okay, number 1, for those of you that chose Mahogany Obsidian, let's see the messages that Mama Earth has for you. We have Justice reversed. I want to give us a moment to look at that upright. So that would be upright. We have it reversed. We have Koala, calm, perspective, imagination, and ease. We have Kunzite, children, the third eye and heart chakras. Mountain, strength. 10 of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. And then we have renewable energy, political activism, and free question mark that came up reversed. Okay, so let's see what messages we have coming through for this. Definitely I'm seeing that some of you have really been hesitant to get into actively speaking up for Mother Earth. We have the political activism with the free card reversed, and we have here the message of thinking of children and future generations. And it looks like not everybody has been doing that. We have a strong Libra energy, we have strong Pisces and Virgo, especially in this reading, but it can be any sign. And here it's really questioning what you are doing to make the earth sustainable, to renew Mama Earth's energy moving forward. Koalas eat a lot of eucalyptus, which is very cleansing, right? So we talk about putting Vicks on it, and that is number 44 as well. So it is part of the spiritual path, the spiritual enlightenment, part of this like calm Zen peace energy that everyone wants to be a part of, to be active, to actively go out and make sure we're caretaking the earth for not just ourselves, but those around us. And it doesn't even have to be your children. Here on the 10 of Pentacles, we see all different races of children that this person is looking out for, as well as the animals. Being this pillar of strength, see this person sitting strong and tall right here next to the Mountain card, and this energy of calm that's here, the Hanged Man getting enlightened. Are you really even free if you won't use that freedom that you have, however small you perceive your voice to be, to speak up on what needs to be changed in the world? We have third eye with the heart chakra. When you have the wisdom of the third eye, and if you have a heart, it naturally makes you want to be active in things. It makes you want to go ahead and to ease suffering that you see. And for some reason, some of you guys have really demonized that I'm not political, that kind of energy that's there. It's saying renew your energy. Go, okay, hit the refresh on that, because seeking justice for, see the forests right now that are usually only protected by indigenous people who are out here learning and adapting in all ways possible so that they can, to modern societies. And I mean, many tribes are modern, but some of them have come out of, you know, their places where they've been very traditional, even just in order to address the modern world, in order to save it. So there's that energy like, are we free? A lot of other people have to go so far outside their comfort zones and learn new things in order to try to save the planet, to take care of Mother Earth, to preserve things for future generations. And so this reading's kind of like, Mama's like, hey, it's no different with you, child. Like, I need you out here. I need you out here being, if you have to consider yourself a political warrior in order to do that, well, then that's what it's going to take. Because look at all my other children are dying. And we can't have just for this idea that for your freedom, all your sisters and brothers, right? Because to Mama Earth, the trees, the plants, the animals, those are all our sisters and brothers too. All of our relations, all different races. Mama Earth doesn't say, I mean, she has different chunks of land and boundaries, but she doesn't think of it as, kind of like think of the hair on your body, right? We have certain patches somewhere and certain patches somewhere else, but that doesn't mean to us that we're seeing it as like, one area of hair is demonized. I don't know, maybe you do because we're human, demonized more than the other. Like to Mother Earth, she's not sitting over here like, oh well, this is because these people are better than these people over here, and that's why I have an ocean between them. That's not the way she thinks. We're all her children. We're all her, you know, birthing from her these creations on her. And so she doesn't want this idea of, well, my freedom of speech, well, my, to get in the way of, no, ours, okay? All of ours, we're interconnected, and it's designed that way. We're all part of the physical body. So yes, to ignore one area, right? Well, one patch of hair, one's element of self-care in your body, is to risk damaging all. And that is the energy that is here. You know, we have the sea turtles on here, and look at the burning heart of fire here, balancing with the feather. So your heart needs to be on fire in a way that you actually do something about it, not just and it's like, you can keep your calm demeanor, but you still have to be active on things and apply the spiritual knowledge. Spirit is like, why do you think that we let you become enlightened to these things? So you can sit there and just think pompous about it and feel like, I know more, and everyone's going to hell in a handbasket. No, that you have this connection with Mother Earth. You have this yearning for her peace in your own, so that you can help implement that on the planet, so that you can change the legacy, so you can help, you know, help other outcomes to occur, so that you can be a source of strength. This is like, have some backbone about you, okay? We have, look at all these strong backs, these strong backs all throughout this. The climb that the koala can do this with this enlightened energy. All right, so finding ways to refresh your drive is, yes, your drive to be out there supporting those who are on the front lines, protecting rainforests, protecting water from being polluted, out there doing it, and even getting involved yourself with this political activism as you're seeing it. Because if you are feeling like, well, I can't do that, well, are you even free? You have to claim your own freedom. You have to claim your own agency. You have to claim your own ability to make change before you can go out there and believe it can happen in the world. And for some of you, that's why you don't see that it can happen, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your ability to make a difference out there. But at some point, right, that's sitting in very selfish energy. And so there's a need to go into that Libra energy of being the diplomat, of seeing the other side of the equation, seeing the environmental impact that's happening on other communities and places, seeing the pain that's happening to other creatures on the planet and what Mother Earth is going through, having that really compassionate energy. Kunzai is higher heart chakra. You know, it's beyond, it's the heart on fire. It's not just like, oh, well, it feels so good to be an empath and a spiritual person. This is like, no, like I I hold you in high esteem and as equals with true love, right? A true namaste, not just because it's like, oh, it looks good on my little flag in my smoke out room, you know, I'm super spiritual, woot woot, look at my bumper sticker. No, it's like that's a word that unless you truly mean it, you don't say it. You gotta walk it like you talk it, right? He's out here walking on water, trying to make this happen, walking like water, making sacrifices out here. So we have that with you as well. Now, in practical ways as well, renewable energy. Are you using things that are renewable? Are you using things that are just going to drain? So definitely really paying attention to how you are contributing to the pipelines, how you're contributing to the depletion of resources. Could be palm oil, could be many things that are destroying the planet. Are you feeding into industries that are not renewable, that are causing major issues and hurting Mother Earth, different peoples around the globe, animals? How can you become more renewable? How can you switch that up? You could be going solar. All right, I actually am certified in photovoltaics, which is solar panel energy. If y'all didn't know, surprise, you know I'm a Pisces, full of surprises over here. You could, some of you would be going into that field. If you're sitting here like, how can I help you, Mother Earth? How can I have a lasting way of making change and walking with you in a good way? Going into a field of renewable energy could be an amazing way for you to do that. Also, could be going into, you know, being an activist. A lot of times I call it like, you know, it's the warrior hearts, right? The divine rebels. It's going out and being a water protector. It's going out on the front lines. Is a way. Renewable energy can also be like tiny homes, reducing your impact of how much energy that you use, but really making sure, can you be off the grid in some way? Can you connect to wind power or water power from like the water mills or things? What can you do to encourage your community, your area where you're at? And some people are like, well, I can't do all that. You know what? They have solar powered phone chargers. They have many different things that we could do that can contribute. And once you get open to it, this deck is actually, it's called Go Green cards, and it's actually to challenge us to pull one and see how we can get closer to doing that. And it's a process, it is, but to hold ourselves to that standard. With Justice reversed, Mama Earth is saying that your karmic standing with her is not the best right now. She needs more thoughtfulness from you. She needs more consideration, because she also deserves to be free and not determined to a horrible fate because we don't want to have consideration for her. So she's saying, stay calm, keep calm, you know, have a good perspective on it. You might have to ease into certain things because it's gonna require a lot of strength when you have that aha moment of what's really going on. For instance, we talk about, right, on the front lines of pipelines, and when indigenous resources are destroyed, like rainforests and things, quite often indigenous peoples are also destroyed. There's man caps that happen. There's a lot of things, horrible injustices. You're gonna have to look at some things. All right, she's gonna be revealing this is what's really going on. This is what's really happening to perhaps koalas. You guys can research that. What are their environments like? I'm seeing sea turtles really jump out, and seabirds. You know, it's gonna really strike you to have those wake up moments. But the point is for you to activate yourself and to get out there and help. And it might just be you getting up and going and cleaning off a local beach, going and cleaning out a local little stream that the rest of the town uses as a little drainage in the ditch, and keeping that clean and doing what you can, because this person's out here by themselves trying to initiate change and pay attention to the environment and ecosystem around them. Okay, it's also about teaching your children, okay? Teaching your children how to be more renewable, how to not just get, but to pay attention on the impact that we have, to be strong for the earth, to be strong for each other, to not value their comforts, their recklessness over other creatures, other beings, other peoples on the planet. That's so important to do. I feel like some of you almost put it in good parenting, like, well, they should be able to do whatever they want, and da da da, kind of like that real American shit, you know. And this is like, no, you can have a good life and be set 10 of Pentacles and still actually care about other creatures and human beings. Like, it's not that difficult. This kind of programming that we have to be super like wasteful and just consumption, use. Oh, well, I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here, and my children aren't going to suffer because of going green or something. Like, it's just like, it's a very it's so crazy to think, but it's a very true political programming that's out there, that somehow we're going to suffer if we don't have gas guzzlers, and if we don't hurt children that are mining things for our phones. And like, you're going to get pushed into some real stuff that the universe wants you to look at, that Mother Earth personally is asking you, pay attention. How is what you're doing affecting children on this planet? Get active in making sure that you're not causing harm to the little ones. All right. And some of you, I'm seeing to remind of the scriptures. Some of you might relate to Jesus, and here we have a person walking on water, and how you treat the least of these, right, is how you treat me, how you treat the children. Forbid not the children to come unto me, because that's the kingdom of heaven. So even if you don't relate to biblical scripture, although I did feel to mention that, the idea here is none of us have enlightenment without caretaking the innocent. The innocent are our enlightenment. They are worth protecting and thinking of, and they are all equally innocent and beautiful and pure and deserving. Remember, I'm also seeing marginalized communities here, that everyone is being treated the same. The children are safe in their environment. But currently, political activism, we don't have renewable energy. A lot of times in the hood, like in East LA and things, there will be old factories that are leaking and really horrible, and there's runoff, and they're passing out papers that they have to say, oh yeah, low key, we're having a lawsuit because what we were doing to your community can cause cancer and stuff. So it's like, yeah, Mother Earth twice with the justice and political activism is saying, think of the children, think of what's happening to other neighborhoods and peoples because of there not being renewable energy, because of certain people who aren't free to speak, that aren't free to fight what is happening on their reservations, in their neighborhoods, in their countries, for, you know, those chips, for those technologies that are benefiting you and your children in your area. Some of you, you have gone through the negative sides, and now it's time to fight for your justice, for your people's justice, as well as for Mother Earth's justice, by bringing to light what you have gone through in your areas to the world. Okay. And so you are encouraged to be in alignment with yourself, and to be compassionate with others and with yourself, but to not back down on any truths, and to not back down on having strengths and being very strong of heart and mind, and standing up for Mother Earth and all of her children, okay, all of our relations. And you have the energy of spirit guides and helpers and angels with you with 44. So that is what I'm picking up for you. I hope this was very helpful and helped you connect to our beautiful Mother Earth. And I hope that you are able to hear her messages and really remember them and walk them, as she is really wanting to have that connection, walking with you and encouraging you to just beautiful energy. It's beautiful energy to be able to go and hold this space and to think of each other and live in such love and compassion. So I hope that you're able to do so, and I'll talk to you again on another one, number ones. Okay. Put these over here, and we'll get on to number 2. For those of you that chose number 2 and the Peridot, we have the Hermit card. Let's see, we have Eagle, vision, freedom, authority, and inspiration. We have Ruby, passion, root, and sacral chakras. We have crystals, focus, and there's a lot of amethyst, so amethyst and ruby. But there's more to that. We have justice again. Some of you might have chosen number 1, and she's like, I meant what I said. Okay, Mama Earth is not playing. We have the Star card, Weatherize, product packaging reversed, and buy local. Some of you are business owners and you have not been putting out eco-friendly, Mama Earth friendly packaging. Yes, I'm definitely seeing business owners here going, and maybe you're wanting to be more green and you're realizing that you need to be, and that could be why you're having some setbacks in your business and it's not popping off as much as you want it to be. Mother Earth is like, can we be a little bit more eco-friendly for me? Is that okay? Do you mind? That would be great. Then you could kind of make it through every season. So not just because it's the trend and yada yada yada, but out of true care to have better networking for environmental business is very important. A lot of you too, Mother Earth is really asking that you consider reducing your packaging. I saw in the UK there is, what's their name? It starts with an M. Maros, maybe? They a grocery store that they're going to be like the first package free, besides like the Shooks and all the traditional kind of open air markets and stuff. But in a grocery store, they're going to be one of the first like Western supermarkets to go plasticless for all their fruits and vegetables, which is kind of crazy because now we use more plastic than ever for all of our fruits and vegetables, really feeding that fossil fuel industry, and there's really no need for it. I mean, we didn't have it growing up as a kid, that much plastic around all the fruits and vegetables. So the idea here to really reduce your product packaging, stop picking things in small amounts that are packaged. You know how you're like chocolates individually wrapped, like, is that supposed to be a bonus? Like, I don't understand why, you know, am I getting this my onion wrapped in plastic and the cucumbers wrapped individually and all of this kind of thing. Mother Earth is saying, please pay attention to all of the different ways that you have packaging that's unnecessary. It could also be when we order things online that we could just go and pick up right here at the end of the block, and it comes in all this bubble and packaging. I mean, we know how it is in the modern times. I'm seeing that US Post Office, okay? Some people are really ordering in when you don't need to. Now, this is not to be discriminating. I'm someone who suffers from chronic body pain from certain things. I understand sometimes we have to have things delivered. I also am aware with the Hermit card out here, some people are way out in areas that you can't, that you can't have access to certain things without the help of the internet. But even so, if it comes down to making choices, what do? We weigh the price. We'll go and purchase from a different online shop because it's 30 cents cheaper, but we won't double check and look at, is it more, how much does it cost Mother Earth? Is it more efficient? Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I keep wanting to put my foot up and I keep kicking this. Is it more efficient to Mother Earth? You know, is it costing her more packaging? Is it costing her more, what is it called? Oh, what's it called? You know, when we're using up more carbon miles and all that. That's also important to weigh in our purchases, and she wants you to think of that more as you go along in your journey with her. Okay, think about renewable energy. For instance, I always talk about this web browser that plants trees. Are there ways that are compensating Mother Earth, but at the same time we're also getting down to the wire here, that if we're doing a lot of utilizing all this packaging and stuff, going and planting a tree isn't going to help. So definitely that's just a huge thing. It could be wrapping things in reusable fabric instead of a bunch of paper and ribbons and all of this. Maybe you have like a wedding business. Maybe how you package your food, you can use more biodegradable things. Maybe if you're someone who does, I'm getting weddings. I don't know who does weddings. But yes, the Justice card here with the Libra energy, I think somebody works with weddings or connected to weddings. You could do invitations that are you know, things that they this is something I'm doing for my business. Okay, look, talk about my business, packaging exclusivo. Yes, I'm aware I said that very funny and cornily. That's the joke. I'm gonna do where my labels and stuff are like those little wildflower things. You can plant them and they bloom. They're meant to dissolve in the earth and be nutrients to the earth. So that kind of printable flower paper and vegetable paper, you can do so many different things to make everything an excitement, connection, a unique to you experience for your business. And you can search out companies that do the same. My friend and I were looking at yoni steams, which funny enough, there's steams here. So some of you are wanting to be very natural and you're like, well, I am supernatural. Supernatural. Okay, I'm so woo, I'm so spiritual, but you're still harming the earth. For instance, crystals, right? We have crystals. Are you supporting the areas those are being harvested from? Are you supporting the communities that could be affected from it? Are you just being kind of like a colonizing capitalist and just hoarding these? A good example is the rose quartz that people get from the Black Hills and the Dakotas. And there was a shop that I was working at for a while, and then people would always go and be like, oh yeah, they come in and be like, oh, we just traveled and went to the Dakotas, got all this rose quartz. Well, when the tribe over there was like, hey, we need help, and the government's trying to drill here and destabilize the whole region, and these are actually like sacred hills to us, no one was interested. And I called those people out and I was like, hey, you're always talking about it's so sacred. You have a picture of it to prove your mystical, metaphysical point that rose quartz is connected to the heart because, you know, the natives said so, because the mountain is shaped like a heart and da da da. You don't mind appropriating all this for your spiritual wisdom, but you literally will not go and do or say anything to protect that area that you've just been pillaging from. And that's what it becomes. Like, you're not just taking in a good way from Mother Earth, you're utilizing what you want to utilize for your own personal benefit. Okay, we have sage on here as well. All right, when peoples and areas of natural resources have been so overly, right, passionately just like kind of descended upon, that now it's bare and things are becoming scarce. We're seeing the tree here, so things like Palo Santo and sandalwood and sage. So those are things that really need to be reevaluated. There's many different herbs, there's many different crystals, and if we're seeing that, using that connection, we're no longer respecting Mother Earth through that. You know, now we're doing damage. And then if you're not going out and also standing up for the justice of those areas and protecting them as sacred places, like, then how are you doing anything good with that spirituality? Okay, so paying attention to the products that you're getting, the packaging that it is in. Okay, don't just buy all this woo woo, I'm a good person, I'm such an eco-friendly company, without doing the research. Don't think that just because a company's local or because they're trending on Instagram, and that whole, people get mad, but all of that aesthetic witching bullshit, like, where there's nothing deeper to that. It's just pretending that you are this good, wise, you know, hermit kind of person on social media, but it's fronting, and it's really just to get what they can get with that front. So some of y'all really have to pay attention. Some of you might be mad because that might be your own business, and Mama Earth might be really getting on you right now. But I think she's tired of people just making a buck off of her and not giving a damn. And that's, you know, something we have to respect. We wouldn't like that in our relationships either. Just because we share with someone, all of a sudden they just go in our purse whenever they want, and we get punched in the eye every time they do it. Like, damn, what? And then they bring their friends, so we get 2 black eyes and double stole from our purse. Like, no, that's not what we want from our partner. We might not mind sharing resources or finances, but we have to have respect. They should be protecting us, right? And that's the same idea with Mother Earth. So some of you really have to pay attention to how you're utilizing these spiritual resources, natural resources, and the companies that you're supporting, because I'm seeing some companies that you really have to cut out. We also have weatherize, okay? So, being more energy efficient where you can, and even if you are in a low income community, things of that nature, sometimes they have hidden incentives. Search it out, because that's a good way that the government, I don't know, can the government launder money in that way? It's a good way the government hides money. I've worked for the Bureau of Sanitation in a major city, and all the green incentives and stuff like that. Sometimes they're running those things, and behind the scenes they're using waste and stuff. So there's ways that like for instance, there was solar panel, all the LAUSD got, like, there was like $90 million given to help the industry, and they ended up not hiring those of us who had solar panel training and fighting over it with the electric and different unions and the construction unions and stuff. But it was sidelined for years, meaning that that money was being used elsewhere within the government. So sometimes it takes the community being aware of the resources that are supposed to be allocated towards green funding for weatherizing. I know that sometimes those things will get delayed because they'll try legally to find an excuse why they can use that money for other shit they want, but the community has to stay on top of it and say, oh no, you said that in our neighborhood, it doesn't matter if it's the hood, that we were all going to get new windows, and that's going to help us stay cool in the summer, stay warm in the winter. And that's happened. I remember that in East LA, people getting new windows finally and things like that. So yes, paying attention to weatherizing programs, and finding ways to, even just recaulking your windows or something, resealing things. I'm not a contractor, but finding ways to do things like that can help. Even having, trees outside your window can help cool things. Like with our house, putting up curtains that black out the sun at certain times of day so that your house stays more efficient, and you don't have to use so much energy to cool or warm, things of that nature. Finding ways to make how you use energy in relation to Mother Earth and her weather, make that more efficient. Also, just caretaking yourself, because the star card, Mother Earth's got a Mother Earth, okay? So just reminding you, we need to be smart in our communities and in our own home, making sure we have levees that don't break, okay? Making sure that we have prepared for her, because she doesn't get any pleasure out of when people are harmed from natural things. But at the same time, it's like she's sick right now, she has a temperature, she has her own natural phases on top of that. And so I kind of feel this call from Mother Earth, like, please be safe, please pay attention and be gentle when you're interacting with me in certain areas. If you're in a place where there's earthquakes, build things so that they're earthquake safe, or things of that nature. So pay attention to the needs of what Mother Earth needs to do, because she doesn't want you to get harmed, not paying attention to her, okay, and to how she rolls in a certain area, and then you get harmed. I don't think that makes her feel too good. So try to pay, again, there's a community feeling there, from the country to the coast. Really pay attention to making sure legally that your government and community resources are supporting that everybody is safe with the elements that you have. She doesn't want people freezing outside. That Chicago stuff that was happening, oh my God, she doesn't want that happening. But at the same time, she's like, but this is me, this is what I do, this is my cycles I go through. Be vigilant, be a visionary, plan, take care of each other. Okay, you have to hold sacred space for each other, weatherize. So really be on your government politically to be taking care that whatever your outside environment is with Mother Earth, that you guys are paying attention to help temper that, so it's not getting out of balance with all this global warming and stuff, but also that you put respect on it, okay? That everybody is safe in their individual places. He's like watching the weather, watching the signs. We could have some weather witches in this group, really paying attention to things like that. Yeah, You know, we know they be messing with the weather nowadays now too. So it's that energy to stay focused. She's saying stay focused, pay attention to all these signs. Some of y'all are really into conspiracies, but they're not really conspiracies, okay? With the star card, so like do something about it. Keep that information out. He's recording information, you know, take it to the community halls, meetings and all that kind of thing, and stay on top of it. Yes. Okay, let's see what else I'm getting here. I don't know if some of y'all work in the packing industry, because I keep getting like UPS, like that through all weather kind of feel. Some of you might be wanting to change that. It is a job where you're outdoors a lot, and I do appreciate it. We'd always make lemonade in the summer and hot cocoa in the winter for our mail lady growing up. Her name was Jean, I still remember. But I think some of you might be wanting to switch that up and do something a little bit more in alignment with not, I don't know, I feel like a lot of you are in jobs that you're just overwhelmed with how much packaging and waste and byproduct and stuff there is. And I think Mother Earth is encouraging you to do that, because I see her encouraging people to be more independently responsible and to more, with your own personal business, minimize unnecessary waste. Follow your passions. Yeah. And be that visionary. What does it say here? Freedom. Yep. Authority, inspiration, and vision. All right. And yes, America. You are being called out if you're in America. All right. About all of these things, particularly because we affect a lot of other countries. All right. All worldwide. So looking at your individual responsibilities for that. We literally affect other countries' weather and all that with what we're doing over here. So holding responsibility for that and being involved in your voting and in all of that we discussed. The star card here, though, maintaining hope and trying to heal wherever you can heal. And I do see this too in response to natural disasters. And it's not even that, just that, but like right now we have eclipse season. So there's flares of heat and heat waves and things of that nature. Caretake. This person's going around with water. Are the people that don't have homes, right? The hermit can show houselessness and homelessness sometimes. Are the people who don't have homes, the elderly, things of that nature? Hi, baby. Baby Magic woke up. She's singing. Hi, baby. Are they taken care of? Are you making sure that people have natural resources? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So buy more in bulk, buy with less product, share what you have. Mother Earth is saying, that's my water, that's my resources. You better make sure everyone around you has some, okay? Pay attention. Yes, yes. So that is what I'm getting for yours. I'm sure you'll get even more and more from this. Feel free to come back at different times and check out deeper layers and messages. And I hope that you're able to receive that and deepen your relationship with Mother Earth. All right. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll talk to you again on another one. All right. For those of you that chose number 3 with the tiger's eye, there we go. Yes. What is Mother Earth's message for you? We have the 6 of air. We have Earth, physical body, grounding, nurture, and cultivate. We have Peridot. How funny, Peridot was the last stone option, but you got it for your crystal here. Teach, the heart chakra. We have lotus flower, unfoldment. We definitely have some spiritual leaders and teachers here in this group, absolutely. The Wheel of Fortune. The 4 of Wands reversed. Second hand. Encourage others. and social media came up reversed. So this is very interesting. I actually picked this pile, and I understand why, because I'm doing a lot of what this reading is saying. So some of you have not yet used your social media to be a keyboard warrior for Mother Earth, to talk about the importance of connecting to the earth, of going green, of being natural, of fighting for the rights of Mother Earth and all the people and creatures of Mother Earth. And it's so necessary to do so. So some of you don't feel grounded. You don't feel at earth on the home. You could feel, or you don't feel at, you don't feel at earth on our home. Okay. You need to feel at earth on our home. Mama Earth is our home. With the Peridot, this is a stone that comes from outer space. It's found in meteors. And so some of you are really tied into that. We have some Aquarian energy, some Aries. You're really tied into that. Like, I'm not from here, Sagittarius energy. I'm this universal being. I'm so wise. And that's great. And that's beautiful. But you have to come down. You're here for a reason. And Six of Swords shows you are here for the shift. You are here, not just that spiritual la-di-di, la-di-da. You're here for that shift that is our connection to Mother Earth. You know, this energy that, oh, spirituality means we have to be escaping the earth, above the 3D. No, Mother Earth, she's all realms. She's all vibration. She's so spiritual. And being connected to her isn't a disrespect. It's not something lower vibe. It's not something you casually throw away. It's something that's very important. It's, you know, the goodness, this connection that the ancestors had to the land and to the water, to the air, the knowing that plants and creatures are alive just as we are, and very sentient. So that shift back to the natural, back to finding, you know, truly that this is our home, and that we don't have to do all of these crazy things to her because we feel dissociated from her. So for a lot of you, that's going to come with you starting your own physical practices of being connected to the earth yourself. It's being rooted and not just being so solar plexus, yes, egoic, and in a negative way, or crown chakra about things, that you don't pay attention to what's going on right in front of you. Okay, some of you are in too much social media and too desensitized from things, and you have to reconnect. All right, and it'll come back around. Some of you have been out of the zone for a while. You were doing really good, being very eco-conscious and health conscious for yourself and others, and being very proactive and connecting to good spiritual concepts and walking the talk. And now you've been out of sorts for whatever reason. Some of you had some health issues. You have some health battles going on. Some of you might have been displaced in your home or had to move, and you've just been out of your vibe with connecting. Some of you have taken breaks and you are doing social media cleanses, but Mother Earth wants you to utilize the power of social media to connect with other earth warriors, other earth lovers, people who are willing to band together and say, we can do better, we can support each other, uplift each other, we can make this happen. Because the Four of Wands reverse shows that some of you have lost the belief that your free will and your choices can make the change. Four of Wands is an Aries card. It's about happinesses and events that we create, we decide to do. And so this is about you deciding, hey, we're all going to go out, Six of Swords, we're all going to go out and we're going to do a cleaning in this area. We're all going to go out and we're going to do a march or a celebration, something to support Mother Earth. We're going to go out and make a difference. Aquarian energy, we're going to go out and actively protect. They might call it a protest, Mother Earth. We're going to shine a light and show wisdom that we have of what's going on, and help others reconnect to the earth and their ways. This is not in a festival way. With the Four of Wands, this is not that fake enlightenment stuff that's actually more endangering to the earth and people. This is not that Coachella BS, like, oh, that Glastonbury stuff that just happened, that was a lot of disrespect going on, but pretending that it's good. This is not that, okay? This is not that. This is not just glamping, okay? Or Okay, seeing if baby's okay. Um, she's watching her little Totoro, which is about our connection to the earth, actually, and connecting with the nature spirits, which is her favorite, and she's always watching that. But this is not about disrespecting other people's homes. I'm seeing birds' nest. I'm seeing even traditional indigenous homes. I'm seeing our own cities where there's a factory right by, and that's causing harm and pouring pollution. Okay, this is about us being able to have safe homes, and you are meant to help. I'm also seeing relocating people who are in dangerous situations. So you might be called to go and help people find homes after there have been displacements because of environmental violence, environmental racism that's occurred. You might be called to go and stand up for people. Close to home it hits. Whose lands, homes, villages, peoples are in danger because of what others are doing to the environment. That places where there's social media blackouts, places where there is social media lies going on, where there's propaganda against those people that are just trying to stand up for each other and the environment around you. With the earth card, with that, see that footprint, you are called to be boots on the ground, not just up in the woo-woo. And a good teacher is also humble when it comes to learning from elders and those who know more than them. And I'm seeing that as well. I'm seeing you needing to go and seek out wise sources, not in a way that you are causing them to do all the emotional labor and you are draining to them, but where you just listen to the people who know their land, the people who know what's going on and what they're suffering in their environment. Did you drop it, baby? Oh, goodness. Mama, come help you. Okay, baby magic in the house over here now. I'm seeing you guys leaving home. So you might be people who are called to go and be other places in order to show up for Mother Earth. You might need to go and bear witness to things, again, where social media is not paying attention, where the word's not getting out secondhand. It might be time for you to stop experiencing things secondhand and go there and document it yourself and show, so you can teach others, like, this is what's going on. This is in support, in unity with those who are experiencing those things on the ground, not to co-opt the experience, or not for brownie points, or any of that kind of thing. This is in a very helpful way. Encourage others. It's time to encourage others. All right, there might be a little choppy editing on this part because baby is up, baby is exploratory, but that's how it is sometimes. So yes, they need to go ahead and experience more for yourself what is going on with the earth, both in positive experiences and connecting and saying, hey, instead of going and spending all this money jet setting, let's go and connect to nature right here near us and find ways to appreciate Mother Earth, but also in going to see the things that are unseemly, that no one wants to pay attention to, the cycles that are damaging, also that is going on with Mother Earth as well. It's very important. We have encourage others. So you are meant to inspire others as much as teach. So you don't have to be overly focused on necessarily always having to force others to do things, right? There can be there's Sag and Aries here, Aquarius, all of those signs can be a bit forceful, but encouraging others to get involved, showing others how they can reconnect to themselves. Some of you work through body work and just like literal physical touch of getting out into nature and connecting. It will be so powerful for people, because if they don't feel grounded, they literally are desensitized, they can't understand. So some of you will have career paths or things that will encourage others to touch down to the earth and be more connected to the earth. Bless you, baby. Some of you also work with secondhand shops. You are encouraged to support more secondhand things. I'm also seeing options, like if you can get the option to go like buy an item that you can get refilled, instead of using things again more than once. Use things second use, third use, fourth use. Getting secondhand boxes from your local community versus purchasing them in the packaging store. Things of that nature. Going thrifting. Supporting like even like bookshops, like I'm hearing Better World Books, because I'm seeing all around the world, like we can even purchase things secondhand from those around the world and repurpose and use them, using byproducts of other industries that are perfectly good, but that we can use with our business or within our life. Or like there's even a company, I can't remember their name, but I think it's like Ugly Food or something, or Ugly Fruit. But basically all the produce that's made, a lot of it is thrown away just because they think it's too ugly to be in the grocery store. Like it's literally perfectly good fruit, but if you've ever had like a natural apple tree or something, you'll see that a lot of the apples are not perfect at all. And so that company goes and gets all of that ugly fruit, and at a lower cost provides perfectly good produce to others. So things that are passed by at first glance, taking a second glance at things and utilizing things around you more, can really help. Really help. I'm also seeing donating so other people can have things secondhand, instead of throwing things away or just letting it sit in your house. When people are displaced, when there are movements to send things to the front lines, help people out, support by giving things also secondhand to others. That's a big thing that you can do to help Mother Earth. Okay. Are you making noise? Make some noise. Yes, make some noise on social media for Mother Earth. She's making a little rattle noise over here. Physically grounding, nurture, and cultivate. Yes, nurture others, encourage others. So that is what I am getting for you. Just continue, if you are already doing so, and I think some of you are, to use your space and your platform. Like I said, I chose this one myself. I am someone who goes out on the front lines. I do try to always gift anything that I use. I try to use things secondhand and to buy secondhand when I can, like with books and stuff. Yes, so I do try to do these things, and I'm so grateful for the reminder to continue to do so. And it is true with the move. Once I moved from California out to Iowa, there's certain things that are just a little bit more difficult out here, that there's not as much accessibility towards in a green lifestyle and things of that nature. So it's not easy to just, oh look, someone already planned a parade in March for eco rights. No, you have to be more active. You have to really seek it out. You have to use social media in a good way. And that is the same here with you guys, is that you might have to put an extra sorry, that's the baby. You might have to put an extra step out to do so, but it's worth it. So you might be the one who has to lead the movement in your area, mobilize others, and encourage them to get out here and do things for the earth and connect to the earth. So that is your reading number 3s. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you again on another one. Here you go. Be careful, sweet baby. All right, intermission between these options, y'all. You don't want to say your letters? Okay. Which one? Oh, that's right. When baby wakes up, she likes to do her active ones. You want to practice jumping? Is that a good one? Yeah, you're jumping and dancing. It's very good for her to see examples of older kids connecting to their bodies. Here we go. As we talked about in that one, very important, like we did for number 3, staying connected to your body. Here you go. All right. Now, I'm just letting it roll, y'all, because there's already so many cuts in this. Y'all can just have it behind the scenes. For those of you that chose number 4, we have, let's see what ways for you to connect with Mother Earth. We have the Guardian of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. We have the Dugong, or they're also called manatees, right? Trust, grace, mystery, and humor. We have blue lace agate, communication and throat chakra. There could definitely be some Cancers in this group. There's also Libra. There's been Libra in a lot of these. Fire signs, they're like, hold up, stop the press, wait for us. Fire signs, fire and passion. Passion is in a lot of these too, so I'm glad to see that people are passionate, especially Aries and Sag in this one for fire signs. We have the Sun reversed and we have the Two of Wands. We have proper disposal. Ooh, that's one that can get us nowadays. Oh, thank you. You putting that bottle up here? Little baby hands. Baby magic is here for your reading. We have fuel economy. Okay. We have optimism. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And we have buy organic. Okay, there's a lot of cards and not that much space. All right. So you guys need to be active, okay? Because her jump is playing and the background is getting hype over here. We have the fire passion card. It's time for you to get lit about helping Mother Earth, okay? That's your hot girl summer, all right? Let's talk about it. You want to be fly out here? You want to be fly out here in the world? Well, the flyest thing is to make sure that you're taking care of Mother Earth, okay? Then you don't have to worry about damage from the sun. That's fly, fly. Oh my gosh, did you hear the baby? She said that's fly, fly. You're right. You're so right. Look at little generations say that's fly, fly. You gotta be not just fly. Oh, you gonna be fly, fly this summer. You gonna be out, look, flying like this, fly like an eagle to the sea. I'm gonna fly like an eagle. Let that spirit carry me. What does he say? We're gonna feed the babies who can't get enough to eat. We're gonna shoe the children with no shoes on their feet. We're gonna house the people living in the streets. What does he say? Oh yes, there's a solution. Okay, yes, I'm saying a lot of the song and this is playing in the background, so we might get demonetized, but it's hype over here. All right, I'm loving it. So it is time to really put yourself forth and believing that you can make a change. Okay, we have humor. Have a sense of humor about this. We're gonna do it. The Guardian of Swords, or the Guardian of Air, the Queen of Swords, cuts out any bullshit. You need to treat your relationship with Mother Earth like you treat your relationships, okay? You're not allowing no fuckery around it. You're not allowing anything that is damaging to this relationship. No disrespect to my partner, Mother Earth. I don't know what you're talking about, but we're not going to have that kind of communication. We're not going to have those type of habits over here to my Mother Earth. Do you understand me? Do you overstand me? Okay? Communication. Time for you to commune with Mother Earth. Talk to her. Talk to her, listen to her. So wonderful that you stepped up and onto this video right here. I am feeling like stepping up, jump. They keep saying jump. It's that next level. It's that next level stuff. It's time to get super active. I'm going to turn this down a little if I can reach it. They said, but we are not finished yet. Okay. She wants to see all your moves, all your moves. And you guys got 4 action cards from the Go Green, not just 3. Optimism. All right. To get upbeat. And some people, you might have started off so annoyed with all this noise and going on in the background, and hopefully we got you to crack to a laugh and to relax. You could get so cynical that you don't even see how it's possible to believe in something else. But what about the babies right here? What are they going to believe in? We have to stay optimal, okay? We have to stay optimistic, Optimus Prime. We got to stay powerful over here, okay? I don't even know if he's a good one or a bad one. I just know he's strong, okay? Fuel economy. How can you better conserve? Now, fuel economy, unfortunately, yes, there's still a lot of oil dependency. Fighting any more laws that would push us further into that dependency is a way you can help. Ride sharing, okay? Do the lift and spin. Good job, baby. That was an excellent spin. Yay. Well done, my love. She just did a perfect spin, no falling down or anything. Very well done. Okay, you guys will get the hang of it. That's the thing, you'll get the hang of it. It takes practice. Some of y'all have been out of practice with being optimistic. You've been out of practice with having a good humor and trusting and handling all of these big scary things with the climate change with grace. It takes some work, right? It takes some work. It's, yeah, we're pissed off. We're hella mad about it. It's so hurtful. It's so freaking hurtful. And I feel like some of y'all have been through the heartbreak of it and in that dark night of the soul about it for so long. But there's changes we can make. So ride sharing, you know, co-riding with others in a non, you know, it might not be an Uber or Lyft, but you help each other out. Go on a hybrid when you can, and things of that nature. Cutting out the bus when you can. I literally, it was on my heart so heavy. Like, I've never even bought a car. Like, I could buy a car, but I was just like, I don't, the whole, everything that comes from oil from, you know, the man camps when they dig and what happens to indigenous peoples to what's happening in the Middle East. It's very hard, you know, for me yes, that energy. And so I just chose to, I would do public transit, ride shares, different things. So some of y'all will be going into that more, also doing walks and things yourself. Yes, so that's important for you to really pay attention to be most efficient as you can. And if you are utilizing a gas using machine, keep it in top form so that it's not wasting, it's not putting more pollution into the earth. You know, make sure you got all your smog testing, just things like that as much as you can, to try to minimize any negative kickbacks which are existing from that. We also have proper disposal, so batteries or plastics going into the. All right, y'all, we're back. We are having some pre-Mercury retrograde stuff going on with all the solar eclipse is probably mostly what it is, and all the planets retrograde. So already we're having some files disappear on us, and I don't know if you guys will have the portion of your reading that I did where Baby Magic came in and she was super hype, and the reading got super hype and passionate like this fire card. And it was so funny because I told y'all Mother Earth wants you to be lit about helping her out, get this optimism back, get out of the cynicism. And Baby Magic said lit, and I was rolling, y'all. I'm like, yes, lit. So here from future generations, Baby Magic, the future, says that helping out Mama Earth is lit, y'all. That's the kind of hot girl summer you want to have, okay? Getting hyped for the earth. So we have buying organic here. There are a lot of services where they will deliver like straight from the farm around you. So check it out. Even when I lived in East LA, I had this thing where they would come and drop off straight from the farm, no more than 2 days picked, like organic, like super organic. Like I found a caterpillar, y'all. Like produce right there to the door. So find ways to buy organic. This also reminds me of how on our lives here on the channel, if you haven't watched them before, we donate 10% to different causes, and one of those, two of those actually are Soul Food Markets and Keep Slauson Fresh, where they're rebuying Mr. Wisdom's over there in the hood. So because, you know, there's a food drought where even though in a lot of marginalized communities there may be a grocery store or convenience store, there's no health, there's nothing healthy there. And it contributes to purposely making those communities have health issues, and then of course can't get the access to the health care. It's part of the system. So you could really help by supporting organic movements, not only just in your neighborhood, but around the world, making sure that people have access to good produce. This also goes into, it makes me think of Monsanto around here in Iowa. Like I came back and all the fields like that used to be farmers when I was younger. I was born here, but I was raised out in California. I lived here for a bit when I was younger. When I came back, like everything was bought by Monsanto. Like there they go in like their little orange hazmat suits doing the tending the crop, so called. So it can be very important for you to really keep an ear to the ground on what your local community is doing to natural things. Are there a lot of pesticides being used? Is there even like smoking? Like some cities have so much smoking, it's ridiculous, man. So I'm just like, seeing that, keeping things fresh. Are there runoffs going into bodies of water? Because all of that, even if you garden yourself, if you're not paying attention to what the neighbors, the city's doing, where they're dumping, it will contaminate like your crops, because it's the groundwater and it goes into the soil and everything, and there's leakage. So paying attention to that and being like passionate about it with fire, like, nah, we sick of this, we're not going to stand for it. Proper disposal, see, you have it with both. And the fuel economy. So I feel like really putting it to these not institutions, well, institutions too, but factories and stuff. I know I live by this one factory in a different city here in Iowa, and my there was a, what was it, Quaker Oats or General Mills? There's two of them in one city. Quaker Oats is the one that I was by, and when I would take a shower at like 3 in the morning or something, it would smell like the cereal, like the runoff of the cereal, how the factory smell, and then my eyes would start burning and stuff. I was like, what the hell? So I'm like, you can't tell me that y'all aren't dumping somewhere and doing runoff and stuff, like, so really paying attention to that. And here it's like you have your free will. Some people are like, well, I don't want to have to do this or that, but you're here for a reason at this reading, and there's optimism here, and it's saying that you have the ability to still affect things. Look, the world is in your hands. Look at that. And your free will, how you contribute to things, matters. It's also looking at the bigger picture. This is reminding me of straws, and they the thing is that there are instances where people do need straws, like when they don't have the ability to swallow themselves for different reasons, things like that. And so it's sometimes we focus on little things to nitpick and bitch at each other about, when really we should be focusing on the bigger things. Like, people don't want to stop driving oil cars, but then they'll go and be mean to someone in a restaurant because they used a straw, not knowing if that person needs it for health concerns or if they're allergic to the other types of straws. So this is saying to like turn that frown back upside down. A lot of times for you guys, if you are feeling cynical and like, I'm getting the word bitchy, I'm very mean and kind of derogatory to others because of things, it's probably because you're not doing the most. Y'all should be doing the most, okay? You got the fire with the passion here, and the optimism, the sun card, the Two of Wands here. So you have to really, it's like communication and throat chakra with, this is a card of emotions. It's a card of Cancer with the dugongs, trust, grace, mystery, and humor. Mystery, you don't know why sometimes others can't make certain changes, or what their story is, or how they're trying to change things. And also you don't always know the truth behind things, movements that look organic and green, but they're not. So you're really being guided to do more research on things, look into things more. Don't just assume, oh, this makes me feel good, so I'm gonna do this for my good deed of the world, for environmentalism, and really it's not helping. It's really just like a fake company that's making billions, millions, whatever, by pretending that they go and help the sea turtles. You know what I mean? And then you feel like you're better than someone else, but then they're really doing some real work that you don't see because they're not putting it out. So this is about finding better balance with that, putting your passions in the right place. Yes, we all contribute, and that's why we're doing this reading, and it's wonderful, everyone that's checking out this video, to see what messages we can get and how we can help Mama Earth more. But it's also important that we realize that generally it's not individual people that don't want to help. It comes from the system of things, and I think that's where you guys are meant to focus, the systems of things that are causing issues that then cause people to feel like they can't make good choices because the life that they have to live, they're like, well, I have to drive far, or I don't have any other resources to take care of my health than these things that are hurting the environment and things of that nature. So you're asked to look at the bigger picture more, to be more supportive, and to use more positive reinforcement one-on-one with people, to get them, if you're trying to get your household recycling and things, kind of being the Grinch of environmentalism isn't really helping. So you know, there's kind of some tooting your own horn, sounding your own bell for some people. So get back to that part where, you know, you're believing. It's like that unicorn, that hope that you can change things. Really think about future generations. See the babies are there. Have more humor with things. Be more gracious with people when you don't understand why they have to do certain things or where they are on their journey, because all of us have different aspects of the journey. Sometimes we do have people that are just jerks, they're mean to the environment and stuff, but a lot of times it's because they are cut off and they feel like there's no hope, and they're in a place of cynicism and bitterness and you know, maybe hatefulness too. But it's asking you in your particular reading to try to I even heard turn the other cheek, and I'm not someone, I won't any longer shy from confrontation. I don't like it, but a lot of times it is needed. But it's like, pay attention to who you're confronting. Okay, if you, for instance, this is a good point. Like if you go in and you're like gentrification, right? People go into areas and they're like, oh, well, this is bad. Oh, it's so dirty here. This, and this. We're going to do better. We're going to have eco this and this and have our recycling. Well, guess what? The people there before didn't have those freaking resources. So coming in like some kind of savior and being mean to people who don't have the resources that you have, or don't have the knowledge or the free time in life while they're trying to survive, is not helping anyone. Like, it's not making you look good. It's not doing anything. Okay. So this says, versus doing that, be actually a help to your community. Go after the things that are causing the issues to the source. Find ways to find good sources of trash removal and bringing in good products and stuff to the community for everyone, not just exclusive people who let you be like the hallowed wise leader that gets the glory. Okay, and so people aren't gonna like it. That's a pretty intense message, but I think it's very needed, because I'm in the spiritual communities, the activism communities, environmental communities, and I would say definitely more than half, probably 70, 80 and up percent at least, can have some big savior complexes that are really more about their ego stroke than about the work that they're doing. So this is the reminder to, you know, stay away from that. It's your choice, but kind of drop that wand and move into actually connecting with the community. There's also connecting to the land around you. There's always a way that the land naturally wants to grow, ways that if you let nature and the land work together. The example I'm getting is when they were making like gardens again in the Middle East, in this area that had been desert, they would do natural things. Like instead of spraying pesticide, they put these, people were like, oh God, they put some spiders out by the strawberries because they would naturally help the bugs that were attacking the strawberries. Or like if you know how to do where you plant certain plants together because they help each other grow and they help each other balance out the soil, things of that nature. So some of you are really going to be into like horticulture and gardening and bringing that in, paying attention to what the birds around you need, the butterflies, helping in those ways will be really important as well. I also see really encouraging the children, because here the manatees have their babies for a long time, their calves. I'm seeing the children and the children here, so making sure that you're not disconnecting. Some of you don't have children or children around you. Get involved with the youth, teach them how to think about even having careers in the green industry, teaching them how to connect and how this is our natural self and how to rewild. And you know, some kids never get to see nature growing up ever. Like they live in California right there, but they never go and get to see the ocean, or they never get to go and see the mountains or whatever. So I'm seeing you guys, you know, teaching the children around you, and children naturally are very empathetic. So with it reversed, it's like kind of helping the things that crush that out of children be reversed. And this could even be supporting a local garden at a school, or making a community garden in your area, things of that nature. Yes, and even organizing some trash cleaning days, you know, where everyone goes around and cleans up, and not seeing that as something lower, because I'm seeing the orange here, and there's this idea, oh, well, that's for the lowest of society, because who do we usually see doing that? People who are in trouble, people who are on probation, people who are in jail or something, and they take them out and clean. It's like, no, that's such a a mind fuck. That's such a horrible programming that's being passed down to us, that those are the only people that need to care about the environment, right? Or that it's a punishment to take care of Mother Earth. So undoing that thought as well. Yes. Yeah, a lot more compassion to children and teaching them and learning, I'm seeing. Yeah, so it's good that you're passionate. Get back passionate if you haven't been. Put it in the right places, and you can really light a fire under the right asses when it comes to what should be being done in the community. Again, that's more towards the councils and the senators and all that kind of stuff. Really organize some beautiful safe spaces for Mother Nature. This even reminds me of like driving by and like flower bombing, which I love and I always want to do, where you make these seed pods of wildflowers, and then you go by and you like gorilla bomb vacant lots. So absolutely freaking do it. Let me know. Divine Rebels, okay, sparkle with the fist pump emoji. Let me know if you're down with that. But this would be something, absolutely something I'll do with Baby Magic. Shoot, bet. You can do that in the ditches if you're noticing that there's not a lot of foliage for like butterflies and bees and stuff. You can make some mixes that connect to what grows in your state, but that support bees and butterflies and birds and stuff, and just bomb the ditches as you're driving, right? Make it count. If you're going to be driving, do something helpful and that is supportive of nature with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off there, because I know we did a long portion, 2 different long portions for your video, but there was a lot of different angles that wanted to be hit in your reading and different energies that wanted to come out. So that is what I'm getting for you. Number 2. Oh, we only on 2. I thought we were on 3. Wow, I gotta get going before baby wakes up. It's a new day. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll get back to you soon on another one. And let me know if y'all like these style readings. I know a lot of different people. I do so many different styles. People come for different things. I mean, I'm still going to do it, don't worry. But let me know what you came here about. All right, for those of you that chose number 3, let's see. Okay, I might have just mixed this. What did I do over here? Un momento. 3 hours later. Okay, we did all of these. Oh, is that the last one? Y'all, I'm probably gonna have to edit this if I leave it in behind the scenes. Okay, did I play myself? Did I play myself? Did I scam myself? How many of these peeks underneath the backdrop over here for the other exclusive monthlies we will have, because it fell down because I taped it? You guys already know the answer. Oh, we did the mahogany. Okay, we did that. We did the peridot. We did that. We did the tiger's eye. That's right, because tiger's eye got peridot. And then we did the tree. We're done. We're done, y'all. Oh, okay. That's why they're all in one pile. I didn't mix. Okay, bye. Have a good day, y'all. Peace out.